Hey everyone, Chris Pont, CEO at EG. So there's been a lot of talk recently on social media channels about the processes, measures, and tooling that people have been using to keep the wheels of business turning as smoothly as possible during the current situation. So I wanted to run you through what we've done at EG. So we were quite lucky. We had a business continuity plan in place. Luckily, we had some people who worked for some New York-based businesses that were hit by Hurricane Sandy, a few years back, and so they knew the importance of having that business continuity plan in place. So so we had that. We hadn't tested all of it, but what we had done was we were moving people onto laptops, moved everyone onto laptops, and that had the added benefit of allowing our staff to work from client sites wherever they needed to. But obviously from a business continuity perspective, that's really helpful. Um, we'd moved most of our infrastructure into the cloud, so into Microsoft Azure, with only a few bits and pieces left in the office on premises. Um, and we tested parts of the plan um, by encouraging people to work from home, 1 or 2 days a month. Um, and again, that has the added side effect of, it's good for people's mental health to just have a day out of the office every now and again. If they need to take deliveries, if they need to, if they have childcare issues or anything like that. But yeah, it tested parts of the plan. The only part that we didn't test really was having somebody stand at the front door and turn people away from the office one morning, which is a big step to take outside of the current situation. But it got to a point a couple of weeks ago where we were choosing groups of people and naming them the night before and telling them they had to work from home the next day. And again, that helped give us some confidence that if the worst did happen and it has everyone's on lockdown, that our delivery could carry on as usual. So pretty much all of our delivery team tools are in the cloud anyway. So we use Microsoft Azure DevOps to manage our software delivery life cycles. So that means that our source code repositories, as well as automated build and test, that's all hosted in the cloud. There are a couple of bits of infrastructure that are on premise, but they tend to be very project specific. So what we do there is that we have got a VPN into our office, and that means that if anyone on that particular team needs access to that piece of kit, they can dial in and use it. Lastly, all of our sales tools are online as well, so we use Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and that means we can maintain a sales pipeline remotely. We can all dial in, look at how the pipeline is doing, add new customers, new contacts, new leads, etc. Now, outside of those plans, like many people, we've had to get used to working remotely and using those remote collaboration tools. So we use Microsoft Teams, and that's been working really well. There's been a few blips, but they've had to scale that platform pretty quickly. So we'll let them off there. Teams also manages a document repository behind every team that's listed within Teams. So that means that if people need access to documents, any requirements docs, any contracts, anything like that, they are all listed within Teams. That's obviously backed by Microsoft SharePoint, so that maintains an audit trail, etc. To try and keep people as part of one team, we have a daily huddle. So everyone in the business dials onto the huddle, and there's no real focus there. It's not talking about project deliveries or work in any particular fashion. It's literally just to have a bit of a chat, socialize. There's a bit of banter going on, and yeah, just to try and behave like one team every day. So that works pretty well. We we have something on Friday called Beers O'Clock that happens at 4:30. So we tell everyone to down tools 4:30 every Friday, and they get around the breakfast bar when they're in the office and have a beer and have a chat. And obviously we can't do that now. So what we've been doing there is again getting everyone to dial into Teams, and we've found some remote games tools. So we play games for half an hour or so between us on a Friday. And that worked really well last week. It was good fun and good to maintain that team. With any of these calls, we are making sure that video is turned on. It's important to have that face-to-face time with people. It's important that again you're not just talking to people over a telephone. You're actually seeing their reactions and seeing how they feel about things. So we're encouraging everyone to keep their video turned on. And other than that, I think as CEO, it's really important to be visible to staff. And so I've been delivering a daily video that's gone out over Teams every day, generally after the Prime Minister's update and after we as directors have a quick chat about what the impact of that press conference has on our business. And I think, it's important to stay visible, and it's important that our staff feel that we are considering what the impacts on the business will be very regularly, and communicating to the staff what that will be. So hope that helps people understand what we're doing as a business, and I'd be really interested to learn what tricks you guys have up your sleeves, and what tools, processes you're using. Cheers.